My dad has never truly, and that's the key word here, believed in me. I'm going to keep this as real as we can. You know what we're doing. We got a post-it note. I'm going to start this a bit differently. I'm going to say some quotes that I've heard, that I wrote down. Yeah, as you can see. So, pause it. It's my shitty writing. I'm going to read out some quotes and then we're going to discuss them. And again, this is not a hit piece. Yes, Father, I love you. Cool, but again, everything on this channel is real and authentic. And there's something on my mind, I do have to talk about it. You know that already. All of you do. First one. We'll put them on editors. We'll put it on the screen as I read it out. You're poor. Not done a hard day work in your life. Billy no mates. Never be a millionaire. You're not going to make it. I wrote here. Oh, it wasn't something he said, but he was taking the piss out of my Crohn's, or my medical condition I have. And then I wrote here, e.g. shopping example, emotional. Oh. So, when it came to us ordering shopping, it was like a bit high on price normally. And he's like, take your stuff off, do that. Like, it's just very emotional, okay? So, we're going to talk about each one. And I've got some points here. And we're going to kind of link back to them. Again, let me just start by saying this. This is not a hit piece. Him as a person, in terms of my upbringing, what he does to his family, second to none, fantastic. Really, really good. The man he's become, everything, admire. Fantastic. We all have our flaws. We all do. Even myself. And my mum always says, oh, this channel's biased. You never talk about mum. If you watched all my videos, you would understand that I do admit and have humility. And I'm always open to criticism if, and this is the thing she doesn't understand, and a lot of people don't, if it is presented in the correct manner. If you're gonna come to me and say, oh Kiri, I saw this on your channel and I hope this can help, I love you as a person because you've gone out your way to present in such a relaxed manner to help and improve me. If you come and say, you're shit, you did it, ears off, ears closed, I can't hear you. It's how it's presented, as we know in life, right? It's not about what you say, it's how you present it. These are examples and quotes that were taken when he was in an emotional mood. Understand that. When people are emotional and people are a bit on edge, people will say certain things they don't mean. That's what you need to understand first and foremost. Not everyone's like me or maybe like you if you're watching this and you kind of implement some changes for my channel. In terms of your emotions, people are very emotional, very snappy. 1 minute they're happy, the next minute they're not. This is society. People don't understand their head. People don't understand mental health. They don't understand how powerful this is, and people change like that. That's normal, especially the older generation. They were never exposed to mental health. They haven't watched these videos about the brain and the amygdala and the fight or flight mode and hippocampus and the frontal cortex. They don't understand these things. I've spent a lot of time to understand my brain and understand the weapon inside of it. And I've said that time and time again. And that's how I'm so relaxed in so many bad and good situations. Not too high, not too low. So this is nothing to shit on him about. And these as a whole don't represent him. But these are the things I heard and I do want to talk about them, okay? You're poor. As a family, I'm not poor, but I guess on my own, even in my percentile for my age, as 24 years old, I'm still technically not poor with the amount of money I have in savings, I guess. But technically what he's saying is I haven't got like a sustainable income coming in at the moment. Cool. Please subscribe. I'm poor, please. So I guess I'm poor, I guess. I'm not, but okay. For his standards, millionaire boss, yeah, okay. Not done a hard day work in your life. Again, emotional. I sit here every day for the past 1.5 years, 2 years, excluding the 2 to 3 months when I was ill and I physically couldn't. I sit here more or less on average for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and I do 2-hour workout. Let me start again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours straight, sometimes 3 to midnight. You can kind of tell with the time I record, and you see it's currently like 4:24 now. Obviously this is work for me, but the same thing, right? It's always around that 2 earliest, 3 p.m, 4 p.m latest, 5 p.m latest, all the way to 10, 11 midnight. That's how it goes, straight here. No phone, no nothing, straight focus. That's it. Channel upload, what's going on here, employees, 1.5 years, 2 years. I've never done a hard day's work in my life, let alone a 2-hour workout. That's difficult as well. Fucking hanging from bars every day, but cool. Billy no mates. I guess that's kind of true. I choose to be Billy no mates because the type of people I kind of already know, they don't really offer me a lot of value. And as we know, and I always said, 9 out of 10 people you meet will never really do anything to your life. It's kind of rare. So yes, when I'm full health, and as I said, hopefully next month I'm going to network more. I'm thinking of making a group chat, and another video is going to come about that and what's going on, like a self-improvement group chat. All my friends are technically like online, so I guess I probably am Billy no mates for now, but I choose to do that knowing that once I get to that level, I'm going to meet people who are on my level rather than look down. And maybe kind of what my dad did, went with people that influenced him in the wrong way. And that's not a shot, but that's the truth, because we spoke about it. In the wrong way that influenced him and brought him down in the past. Never be a millionaire. Based on percentile and technically, like, I'm not going to go into it out of respect to my parents. The odds of me even bottling my whole life and everything, not being a millionaire, is probably like 5%. There's probably 95% in my whole life that I will be a millionaire. The time and the age, I'm not too sure. I'm aiming for 30. Please subscribe. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. So I reckon I can do it. I know it sounds ridiculous. 6 years to be a millionaire, whatever. I probably won't do it, but I'm gonna earn as much as I can, as quick as I can. Simple as. So that never word technically is wrong, but okay. You're not gonna make it. 10% of people get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. 0.1% I believe get 10,000 subscribers. Technically on odds I'm not going to make it, but once again my channel is unique. I'm authentic. I have something different to everyone else, and the odds of me even being alive, or him being alive, or us having that conversation at that moment in time is like 1 in fucking 5 billion. So technically yeah, the vast majority won't make it, but there's something different about me that I believe I will make it. Or whatever make it is. And then taking a piss out of my chromes, that was just him trying to get back. And again, some context, I was kind of giving it back to him as well. I don't argue whatever, but I was just kind of telling him about himself. So again, you have to understand that he's not just abusing me. Like, I kind of gave it back, whatever, tongue in cheek, as they say. But you know, I'm a bit disappointed in myself for even doing that. But I do have my moments, mainly with my mum, but maybe in total like 5 times I've kind of regretted like arguing with my parents in the last year. Again, you have to remember, every day there's something I can bite on, but I don't. But sometimes I'm human and I let go, and that's something I'm working on, because I always tell my sister, like, if I'm ever like, just if you see me going down that path and they drag me in, because what they say just triggers me, bro, and I'm like, oh, it's so wrong. But sometimes, majority of the time I always walk away and whatever, but sometimes, maybe 5 times in the last year, yeah, I let my guard down. So I always tell my sister, like, fucking just pull me out of it, get me out of it, I'm not involved. So, and then obviously the emotional shopping one as well, probably his current state, maybe he didn't have a cigarette, or so work wasn't going well, or some shit like that. So the points I said here, and the first one, and again, editors, as I was saying it, we can put that on the screen, and we'll put this one on the screen now as well. Switches sides so easily. Him as a person has always switched sides so easily. He's always this... in this society, in our youth, and what we would say is fake. Is he a fake person at heart? No. But in terms of like success and kind of like backstabbing people in a way, I guess he hasn't, the moral there, I'm not gonna say from a young age, but that loyalty when it comes to relationships with people, not like women or anything, but like maybe work relationships or whatever, he can always switch sides. So one minute he'll maybe be like, oh, good relationship with someone, and the next probably not, backstab, oh, he's this and he's that. So again, it's something I don't represent and don't stand by, but that's him and his development, and we're not going to go into it too much just out of respect, but he does switch sides very easily. So one day he'll sing the same tune, yeah, YouTube, you're gonna make it 1,000 subscribers. The next day, oh, this is shit, it's never gonna work, whatever. He wants instant results. That's what I'm saying. Like most people, he wants instant results, doesn't understand the process, especially with newer things where he lacks information. That's how I sum it up as best as I can. Can't handle the tough times. When the going gets tough, as a whole, yes, he can, but there are certain times where as people, we just want to run away from things. We don't want to involve ourselves with things, and we have our escapisms, okay? Again, me as a person, it's taken me a lot of time to develop myself and my mindset when it comes to this. And before, yeah, I couldn't handle the tough times. I'm at a stage in my life where I can, but him, in terms of that development, and you can kind of see all these things are kind of more emotional. Like I think it's the frontal cortex part of the brain. These are the parts, and again, the majority of people will never get to the stage anyways, but these are the parts where if you understand your brain and the weapon, you can kind of be very different. And I am very different to people and the majority, but my dad is in that majority. Not that it's wrong. And maybe you're watching this, you're probably in that majority as well, but again, it's about what you want from life, and I've spent a lot of time to understand the brain and the weapon inside of his. So he really can't handle the tough times when it comes to like emotion or, you know, something going wrong and whatever. I would approach it in a relaxed, cool, calm, collective manner, and he would be a bit more panicky and a bit more emotional is what I'm trying to say. He'll probably solve it in the end, but he would have to go A to B to C to D to E, where I'll just go from A to E in more of a logical manner. And again, I have my moments, so I'm not perfect as well, but it's very minuscule at this stage of my life. I wrote here what a typical Matrix member says. So most people don't even know they're like in the Matrix. Again, we're not going to go into it too much, you know, Andrew Tate, but this idea where society puts things in your head and you kind of don't even think for yourself. It's kind of typical. It's like the media and politicians and sort of these people, they present things in a certain way to make you feel like a certain way, to make you think of a certain thing. We'll go into it properly at another time on this channel, properly. But a typical Matrix member is just a member of society. Again, the majority. So I wrote here, what does this relate to? Why would he say these things to me? In that moment, that they relate to three things: ego, jealousy, and insecurity. So I can link this so well, and again, it's not to shit on or anything like that, so please take it with a pinch of salt. I'm just being very abstract and being very honest with my ideas and thoughts. I'm just thinking of the best way to approach this, because when I look at these quotes, and as I read before, a lot of them kind of resonate with my dad. Billy No Mates, when he was my age, and I asked him, he didn't really have any friends. When he was my age or whatever, he wasn't a millionaire. Hard days work in his life. He didn't fix his life until he was like 30 or so, after he met my mum, had a positive influence. So again, you're poor. He was poor the majority of his life. So a lot of these things kind of relate, and that was the first one, insecurity, and why I wrote that, because it's inside of him. It's things that he experienced. There may be links to his trauma. Maybe it's things that he never got around to experiencing or understanding. Of course, the time went by and he's improved and he's really established and doing well for himself now. But those things highlight insecurity to me. Next thing, jealousy. I didn't write on here, but like my body is obviously much better than it was at his age, and I always get a sense of a bit of jealousy when it comes to that. And as boys, testosterone, we want to compete and whatever, and our winning is the power. And you should always be kind of jealous of someone higher than you to strive to become better. But when it's in a bit of a vindictive, patronizing, looking down on you way, that's not really the place. So there is a sense of jealousy. I'm jealous of some people like fucking Mike Thurston or all these people. I'm technically jealous. but not in a jealous way where I would give hate and bring them down. And then ego. You'll never be a millionaire. Why? Because you're a millionaire and I'm not. It's that ego, or it's like me saying, look at my body now and you haven't got that. Again, yes, you can have an ego. Yes, you can be proud of your accomplishments, but you shouldn't bring people down because you don't know their story, and you should just be proud and humble in yourself. So they're never going to be a millionaire, or you're never going to make it because technically he's made it and he's a millionaire. Is technically where it's coming from in terms of the ego. So I think like I've done a good job about this. I wrote here, I exposed myself. Oh, I think that was another episode. But yeah, I think I've done a good job about this. That's a whole brilliant father, brilliant position, everything like that. I just like to speak about certain things just so I can get them out of my head, because I don't want to suppress them, as I said, and get these things like, oh, you're poor, you're never going to make it, and self-doubting myself and bring myself down. No, I look at it as a whole, I understand the situation, I kind of link it back to the individual, and I talk about it in such a cool, calm, collective manner. Okay? Okay, I love this channel, man.
If you want to fix your life today or have access to my free self-improvement guide, all links will be down below. And if you also like one-on-one coaching sessions or like to learn from my Skool share classes, all links down below.